Alright, now we are at the Everglades Alligator Farm. Guess we're here to look at some gators. And the first thing they show us are these damn emus. Oh, this big. Emus and ducks.
Ajá, eso les va a ir a uno en los ojos. You have no food. Food can you have in hand outside. What did you do? I don't have to buy it to get it. If you use it, you can be right after it. You think you can be right
There he is. Mr. Bobcat. I don't see the kinkajou. Maybe I'm looking right at it, but I don't see it. They can not start biting. There's a Cuban crocodile? Yeah, Cuban crocodile.
Anyway, so I'm sure, so you guys are wondering what I'm going to feed to the alligators. Since there's not enough little kids to go around, we feed them only the best. Now, if this rat offends you and you eat meat, you are a hypocrite. And if this rat offends you and you're a vegetarian, we cannot throw alligators heads of cabbage. Now, I'm going to throw this food on the floor, and I want you to see how they react to the sound of it hitting the ground. And now also watch for when they go for the food. Okay. So only the ones right next to the rat. That was not me. Oh my goodness. Woo! That's got Taco Bell written all over it. Anyway, so that grunting is to intimidate me to throw him food. I'm not intimidated. I'm a little offended. Now, anyway, so the gators obviously are not going to all get fed during the show. Every 2 weeks, we dump 2,500 pounds of chicken and pork with a truck. Okay, we back it right through here. We scare all the gators in the water. It's not that hard. And then all the food gets dumped in that 1 foot deep shelf right here where all those gators are sitting. And it's chopped up really good so they won't fight over it. That's important. You don't want your animals hurting each other, because then what the heck is the point of being a somewhat sanctuary in the first place? We don't sell our baby gators for food or meat or anything like that, no skin. We sell them to zoos all over the country. And because we make money off of that, we cannot call ourselves a rescue. But we actually, all these gators in here, if they weren't raised in captivity, a lot of them were rescued basically because people were feeding them in the wild. And then the gator, 9 times out of 10, gets shot by the trapper. Well, 1 times out of 10, they will allow us to take the gators into captivity for the rest of their life. And the gators here, they have a lot going for them. They got a lot of females, they got a lot of space, they got a lot of food. I mean, what's wrong with that? Now, I'm going to throw some food in the water. I want you to know the difference as to how they reacted here as opposed to in the water. Instant death. Did I get that juice on any of you? No, good. Okay. There was one, I had a bunch of cheerleaders in the front one time, and I splattered them by mistake with the rat juice, and they were like, ah! It was really funny, and then I also felt kind of bad, you know, because they're not used to that kind of stuff. Now, the rats here are actually really good for the alligators because they have organs inside. Now, every 2 weeks, what we dump in there is mostly chicken, pork, and beef. And there's no organs in the food. It's all stuff off the shelf at Walmart that's still good, hasn't gone bad yet, but they can't sell it anymore. It's past date. So our job is to get those donations of like 3,000 pounds of meat at a time. Take out all the hot dogs, hamburgers, all the ground beef, all that nonsense that's got chemicals in it, and dump it in the dumpster and give it to the vultures, okay? So the rest goes to the alligators, but there's no organs inside. The organs inside this rat will keep the alligator growing healthy and happy. Even if the rat's not perfectly fresh, the gator's stomach is powerful. It still needs what's inside this animal. Ballistic, come here. Come on up. Yeah, that's my boy right there. I love him. Folks, big round of applause for Ballistic, the 12.5 foot long, 700 pound alligator. Now, I'm looking at a gator that's pretty big, and I haven't fed him at all today. He's right here. Oh! You heard him pop that skull? It's like a fruit gusher. A little bit more flavor, though, I'm sure. Now, you don't have to feel bad for any alligators not getting fed during the show, because remember, they all get fed how often? Every 2 weeks. Now in the wild, what are they going to be eating every 2 weeks? Maybe like a frog, a fish, a turtle. Okay? Now, this big female here is about the biggest size for a female. This is about the smallest size for a female. Now, the smaller one will lay maybe 15 to 20 eggs once a year. In August or July. That's when they'll, so they'll mate year round. That's actually what the speakers are for, smooth jazz. I'm just kidding. Okay. Smooth operator. Anyway, so the alligators will mate year round. However, the females are only fertile to actually have babies and have fertile eggs that they're going to lay in a nest once a year. And that's at the end of July, early August. And then we'll collect them all before they hatch and then sell them to a company known as Gatorade. I'm kidding. Like I said, we sell them to zoos all over the country. Let's see. Now, you guys have seen a nice alligator, right? Ballistic is a nice alligator. Let's see who here wants my soul. Did you guys hear that? Yeah. Okay, that is enough power that could literally pop your skull. Please don't hang your arms over the side of the fence. You're giving me anxiety over here, okay? Nobody cares if I get killed, but if you guys get hurt, it's a big issue. Oh. Damn, they're a little faster sometimes than you're expecting. Anyway, so the alligators, these are all 30 years old or older. So you cannot put the gators in here before they're that age or at least 5 foot long, because if they start a fight, they might not be able to win it. And young alligators, like young humans, have that ability to try to start things with animals that are stronger than them, and then they get their butts whooped. And so because here, you know, we can't call the vet every day, he only comes once a month, you know, we try to keep everybody nice and amicable. So that's why I don't make the alligators fight for the food, and we feed them every 2 weeks. So that way nobody's hangry. If somebody misses a feeding, it's okay. They'll get the next one. So gators, imagine if you ate a cheeseburger and didn't get hungry for 3 weeks. That's what it's like to be an alligator. Okay? So that's why you don't have to worry about them chasing after you on land. It's because they're used to eating small animals in the wild, like parrots! Ah! They're just trying to get my attention. They're just a little needy. Yeah, did you want it? Oh, you seem very interested. Come here. Don't grumble, grumble. That's the boss. When I'm not around, okay? That's... Whatever. Okay. Jeez. It's like, yeah, I am. You know? All right, just settle down. All right? Anyways, does anybody have any last-minute questions? Because we're almost at the end of the show.
Does that grunt mean anything?
Yeah, it's him saying, like, that's right.
So we don't know what's the difference between hissing and basically make that go.
So that is a more, like, it's the equivalent to basically a gorilla going like this. Like pumping its chest. You know? It's not like, oh, I'm going to kill you, but it's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know your place. You know, that's kind of what he just said. You know, I got half of mine and I slap him with my sandal.
And they gather here because of the food?
Yes, because of the food. Now, this is not a natural behavior. Gators in the wild hunt in the water because they hunt based on what they hear. So that's why they hunt mostly at night, because if you cover your eyes, you can immediately hear better, okay? So that's why alligators, they don't have the best vision, but they have the best hearing. So that's why they're more successful hunters at night. So that's when they're usually hunting for stuff. And if you were to move in the water or move on land, what's going to make more sound and movement? Water. The water, of course. I should have had everybody answer that one. Come on, guys.
Say it again.
Oh, there you go. Anyway, so yeah, if you move in the water, you're going to make a lot more motion and sound than you would on land. And gators mostly hunt small stuff. So they need to be aware of whenever there's any kind of opportunity for food. And a splashing animal in the water means there could be some distress, so the animal could be injured, and that's a good thing for the gator because that's easier food. So that's where they hunt, in the water at nighttime. So as long as you're not fooling around in that area or any kind of stuff like that trying to throw gators food, you'll never get bit by a gator, even if you live in the dang Everglades. All right, so last piece of food is going all the way out there. If you folks enjoyed my show, you learned something cool, feel free to stop by the exit, show your appreciation, and come on by and ask me a question about alligators. Now, you're going to help me pull off the worst joke of the show. On the count of 3, we're going to throw it in there together. Help me call it in the air on the count of 3. Heads or tails? 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. I didn't see. What happened? Was it heads or tails?
Body.
I should go in there and find out, investigate. Alrighty, guys, come on up and ask me questions if you have them. Oh, thank you so much. Remember, it is illegal to feed gators in the wild. I'm always worried. The little kids are going to be like, oh, Mommy, look. He did it. All right.
Jonathan, look.
Thank you very much for your kindness. I really appreciate that, brother. Yes.
Oh my goodness, I do.
Crocodiles, and it felt like the alligators are a little bit more playful.
The gators don't care about anything. They're very, thank you very much. I appreciate your kindness. They're a little bit more social. Okay. And the crocodiles are a little bit more, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you too. So the alligators, again, they're a little bit more playful, a little bit more relaxed. Crocodiles are uptight, you know, they bite everything that comes near them. Thank you very much for your kindness. I appreciate that. Folks, don't forget to come back for the 3 o'clock alligator handling show. It'll be right in the auditorium.
Sometimes these people just
and we're
like...
going to handle 2 big gators and pass around babies to the hole. But yeah, so that's just kind of crocodiles a little more tough.
Eagle owl. Don't see eagle owl at home. redwood, food, and golden macaw.
Not as big, but a chimpanzee has less competition in finding a human. Because their muscles connect to the bones at a more optimal spot. That's why they're so much stronger. More like this.
Actual baby alligator back there?
It looks like the porcupine got out.